Scott, grand final win with Burleigh. Must be a pretty special feeling as the coach.
Oh, 100%. You know, good way to finish off our season, wasn't it? You know, we played really well today. We had a little patch there just after half time where we were put under pressure from Wynnum, but it was just a really good victory in the end.
Is that something that you spoke about through the week? Because when you played the Cutters, you didn't score in the second half and really struggled, but this week it was a full 70-minute display.
Oh, 100%. No, that's exactly what we spoke about at half time again. You know, just to make sure that we started the second half really strong, and we just couldn't do it again. It was like, oh no, we had so much pressure to ourselves, but you know, we were able to bounce back. You know, the game changed and swung back in our direction, so luckily enough we were able to finish off strong again, which was nice. Speaking
to Z and Chelsea post-match, they spoke about that Burleigh don't have rebuilds. You know, you've had a huge roster changeover, but have been able to get the job done. Where do you think that's come from?
Oh, I don't know. You know, what do you put it down to? I just don't know. At the end of the day, the senior players really stepped up, didn't they? You know, Zahara, Taz Gray, Doozy, you know, the list goes on. But everybody else that came into the little group really did a good job, you know. And although they were inexperienced, they still hung in there and were able to just do a job for us. So, you know, they just filled the gaps nicely in the end.
And how's your transition been into the club? Obviously, you followed Tani Norris, who's got some success, but service resumed for you with the Premiership bringing up the 7th title for Burleigh.
Yeah, it's tough after Tani. You know, I suppose the expectation to do well was there, but you know, we have had a lot of changeover with, you know, some of the senior players moving on, so that's been a bit of a difficult challenge. But at least, and probably the big difference between this year and last year was the formatting of the women's game. You know, we had a NRL season to get through before they could come back to us last year, and then all of a sudden it was sort of like a period where they were sort of drip feeding back to us. So we're making a lot of changes on the run at that stage last year, but this year was totally different. We sort of had a bit more direction with where we were headed in our pre-season. We knew what we really could at least work on things and hopefully grow off the back of that. So that's a big difference.
And how excited are you with the amount of youth and talent that are coming through the pathways? I mean, the forwards are quite young outside of the senior leaders that you identified, and your back five very much the same. Yeah,
well, it's good at the Bears with that. You know, like there's a lot of good young girls coming through the ranks there. Like even though our 19s we called upon, they won their competition, and even underneath that, the 18s are coming through too. So, but not only that, the Bears has been a bit of a pathway for girls that have played, you know, in the top tier local rugby league. So they've come through trying to get an extra level. So that's where the Bears has been, you know, a good platform for them to springboard forward.
Well, an outstanding finish to a great season for Burleigh. Congratulations on your first grand final win with the Bears.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Cheers.